Good morning.
Happy 2019.
Yeah.
This year, True Mother said, is the year of the pig. Is it 18? Oh. I saw, it's funny, I saw somebody post on the internet, and they said, Happy 2019. Let's see how many times we write 2018 by mistake this year. So I was like, I'm never going to do that. I never write dates down, but I guess I do. So, 2019, yes. Anybody have a resolution, not a resolution, like a motto for the year? What does 2019 mean to you? Our family's motto, or the word for the year that we picked is joy. So that's our family's word for the year. And today I want to talk about our vision. So we were very privileged this year, recently, to just listen to True Mother share her benediction prayer at the beginning of the year. I'm sure some of you watched it. How was True Mother's message on the new year? Strong, good. I was talking to Mr. Nishida. We both agreed it was strong and hopeful together at the same time.
I feel like I would need to listen to it over and over.
Yeah, right, very good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've read it a few times now, and every time I feel like I find another piece to it, right, as usual when we read True Parents' words. So today I want to talk about our vision. So starting from True Mother, what she shared at the prayer, and then a little bit, we'll also share the inauguration of our new Family Federation president. He shared very inspiring, powerful words when he started. So I'm going to show a video of that as well, and then a little bit about what's our vision here. What do we want to do in line with that in the Triangle community? So who's excited for that? Who's ready for a great sermon and great inspiration today? Great, thank you. Okay. Oh, not yet. No video yet, just audio, just the slides. Oh, so, yeah. So, the Mother's New Year benediction prayer.
Do you want the light off or on?
No, it's fine. Off. I mean, on is good. I was surprised by the motto this year. True Mother, I wasn't expecting. She said, basically talking about the restoration of Korea, or bringing in the era of a heavenly united Korea. Very, very focused on Korea. And I felt out of that, what is America's responsibility? What's our responsibility? Well, which country in the world do the most people look at? Right, who's Korea looking at? If America steps up, of course, Korea will follow. And Reverend Dudley talks about how he's determined that we, as America, actually achieve national restoration first. As the elder son, we're going to do it first. And True Mother talked to them about that as well when they were in Korea over Christmas. So, wonderful prayer True Mother gave. So let's look at it. Let's look into it a little bit more closely. So first, I was really struck by this. These are two quotes where True Mother, where I felt I could feel True Mother's relationship with Heavenly Parent. I don't know. I haven't really read much about. Can you read this? Is it too small? Anyways, I'm going to read it in a minute. So. I never really read True Parents. Well, I have, but only in prayers, I think, really you can get a sense of. It's so beautiful to see True Parents, True Mother speaking to Heavenly Parent. In the very beginning of her prayer, she says, "Most high and noble Heavenly Parent, I bow in front of you in infinite gratitude within the infinite grace of the 6th year of Chanukka. You know, this is our true mother showing such deep gratitude to Heavenly Parent, and I want to have this kind of heart. Without the Christian foundation to support us, true parents had to start from the very bottom, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your work and for the infinite protection you provided us during the ensuing 50 years until we could establish a foundation across the world. So I felt so clearly, True Mother is so deeply grateful to Heavenly Parent, and she has such a personal relationship. She talks about how only through God can we reach what we desire. And so here a little bit about what is it that we do desire, what is it the true parents desire and God desires, and how can we achieve that. I sincerely pray that humankind today will come to realize that the only way to establish the world with no war or conflict that all people have sought to realize, and the only way to bring down all man-made barriers, including the religious, cultural, and racial barriers, is through you, God, the true owner of this universe and our Creator. And that without welcoming the perfected true parents, you have come to realize, the true owner of this universe and our Creator, and that without welcoming the perfected true parents, who have come to realize your wish and dream in this fallen world, people cannot become your sons and daughters. So here's some points she talks about the dream, and what is True Mother's desire, what is the world's desire. So first of all, a world with no war or conflict. Second of all, where there are no man-made barriers, religious barriers, cultural barriers, racial barriers. You know, we talked about there are a lot of some of these issues in America right now that you hear in the news. Right, none of those. And then, where people are your sons and daughters. So these are some points about what is the desire of True Mother. And then, how are we going to do that? Well, True Mother says clearly, the only way is through God, right? And what? True parents, right? Who said that? Oh, okay. True parents, very clear, simple. So, again, a little more about what's True Mother's wish. What is our wish also, Heavenly Parents' wish? So here True Mother talks about, let's be proud. Please be proud and create one great family under our beloved Heavenly Parent. She says, I sincerely pray that all blessed families will become proud blessed families of the Unificationist community, that through this nation can show the world the realization of the dream of one great family under Heavenly Parent, a dream that this nation and the world have longed to see come true. So what's it all about? It's about creating one great family under Heavenly Parent. We're back here, again, talking about becoming your sons and daughters, becoming Heavenly Parent's sons and daughters. And she's really asking us to be proud blessed families. She talks about asking us also to fulfill our responsibility and achieve national restoration. You have to fulfill your responsibilities. With blessings come responsibilities. If you're not able to fulfill those responsibilities, the indemnity owed will increase. 1 year is the time we have left. Do you understand? In the year of the pig, we will achieve national restoration without fail. Please push for the citizens of the Republic of Korea to qualify as citizens of Chanukka. So, is this from her prayer? No, not from her prayer. This is from her speech that she gave after the prayer. So, I was saying with Mr. Nishida, and some of you mentioned as well, her speech, her message was very clear and strong, right? Now, there's another part to that later, which I thought was really inspiring about how she is still so hopeful. I mean, she didn't seem heavy at all. She was like light and smiling and like, I believe in you. That's really what I felt. So she's being very strong here as well. You have to fulfill your responsibilities. With blessings come responsibilities. You know, this was something that I was really thinking about. Blessings, right? I mean, we are here. We are amazingly blessed. I mean, it's so easy to just expect what we have, right, and to take things for granted. But we're in one of the most, safe, prosperous countries in the world, in an amazing location as well here in the Triangle. We have so many blessings, right? Even if you think historically, what blessings has America received? I mean, amazing blessings from God and true parents. So, we have a lot of responsibility, right? And we have a lot of resources and blessings to fulfill that responsibility. So, another thing that helped me with put this in perspective as well was this over the break. I had some time to be with my parents. My father and mother live in Turkey and travel around the world for their mission. And over Christmas, they were in Ohio, and we all met together as a family. And I got a chance to hear from my father, who had just gone to Zambia, because he really wanted to bless many people. He partnered with one of the local churches in Zambia and visited there and made a donation to help to teach and educate and bless a small, a village basically in Zambia. And he told me he was so moved because that's like real humanity. It's pure humanity. There's nothing, we have so many things here, but really what does it mean to be human? It's like each other, it's family, it's friendship, and seeing the children there that have so little, these focus on fishing. She talked about how the families all have 10 children. Each family has 10 children. They enjoyed singing with him, like they just sang spontaneously. So I think it's healthy to think about these other situations, other people around the world, and what they have and what we have. And to me, it feels like, oh yeah, I can do more. Like, I have my problems, right? I have my issues, maybe. For me, usually the thing that my maybe problem is I might be having an argument with my wife, or my kids might not be listening to me. But if I think about, especially these young children in Zambia, right, or whatever inspires you, you can think, yeah, there is something I can do. There is something I can give. And it's not just about people in Africa. There are people even here. There's something that we can provide for them, that we have. And we are, I don't know, it lifted me up to think about what other people have and what I have. True Mother talks seriously about indemnity will be owed if it will increase if we don't fulfill those responsibilities. And she talks about there's 1 year is what we have left. And finally, this is the quote where I really felt True Mother loves how much she loves us, and I just felt she believes in us, and we don't really have to worry about anything. Even though, sure, there might be indemnity, or sure, there might be whatever, but True Mother believes in us. She said, I love you. I mean, anyways, yeah, I'm always grateful. So happy when True Mother says that. I proclaim that we are proud, blessed families standing at the forefront who will absolutely fulfill our Heavenly Parents' dream and what humanity has longed for. So she is already proclaiming that it's done, you know. Don't worry. I felt like True Mother is actually also taking almost like, really amazing. I mean, she's standing there, she's smiling, light as a feather, and she says, I proclaim that we are proud, blessed families standing at the forefront will absolutely fulfill our Heavenly Parents' dream, right? So that tells me that she really believes that we can do it. She really believes that it's going to happen, and she's not worried. And definitely that she really loves us so much. Okay. So now I want to go to, we talked a little bit about what True Mother's vision for the year, what does True Mother want. I want to show a little bit excerpt of the inauguration of our new Family Federation president of the USA, Reverend Damien Dunkley. And, I was very happy because I feel like I can see unity, right, between True Mother, between what Reverend Dunkley is saying, and then let's trickle that down to hear what we are doing as well, right, as Triangle Family Church. What do we want to contribute to that picture? Okay, moment of prayer, everybody, that the video will work well without any hiccups. Reverend Dunkley's message.
Very simple and clear and passionate and activity-oriented.
Determined. So, very, very simple, clear, connected to what True Mother's talking about, right? I feel I'm so grateful for our leadership. Every time I've had an opportunity to meet them, they're really united. They're really united with each other, united with True Mother, and they're really doing their best and giving everything that they can. So, for Triangle Family Church, this is the line that I would like us to take and to move and run with. Be proud and create one great family under our Heavenly Parent. So, what are some of the ways that we want to do that? David talked about a few things. What are some things that you remember about how we're going to build Chanukah? Jack?
With our Christian brothers and sisters.
Christian brothers and sisters.
Education.
Great. Working together was another one. Okay, so first, let's focus on what we love. Let's think about what are the things that we love to do ourselves. We want to create, like I was talking about, joy as our family motto, our family word. Let's focus on what do we love already and how can we use that to reach out to people. Reverend Dunkley talked about working together, right? If we can do it, if we work together, we can do it quickly. Working with Christianity. And True Mother talked about we cannot do it without God, right? We have to remember that it's not really us. It's not just us, right? There's God. And Reverend Dunkley talked about our ancestors, the foundation that we have. So, be a little bit crazy, be a little bit unrealistic. And remember that you have support. And then this, I feel focusing on the younger generation. So is another way that how can we do this? We can focus, if we focus on the younger generation, we can, I believe we can bring more energy and aliveness into our community, which is going to naturally want us to share with others and give us energy ourselves. And like I mentioned before, creating joy in the community. So, what's next? So this is my request to all of you from out of the sermon, some next actions. So, first of all, reflect on what do you already love. You know, reflect on what do you love doing. You know, I know, well, obviously, you know, Bob, for example, loves music. And that's a huge contribution to us. Many different people love different things. Some people love organizing. Some people love talking to people. Some people love money, you know, taking care of money or organizing money. Reflect on what do you love doing, and so take some time to reflect on that over this week, and how you could contribute that to the community here, right? Through contributing here, you can give an offering to True Mother, to our world. And then reflect on, so what, and then how, and then finally, what would you like to do? How would you like to contribute that? And then finally, second step is to make a commitment. So let me know what you want to do. Let me know before next Sunday. Hey, you know, I mean, some of the things you've already been doing, you can say, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to continue doing this, or I'm going to do more, right? And then later today we're going to have a community meeting. I want to share a little bit more details about some ways that, you know, more practical ways on what we want to do in 2019 here. Maybe that can spark some ideas for you. Okay, I would like to do this thing, Josh, or you know, Pastor Angelucci. But you know, I'd like to do this thing or that thing. So I would like to hear from you. What's your commitment? What would you like to offer? And let me know by next Sunday, before next Sunday. Good? Any questions?
So do we have the community meeting this Sunday or next Sunday?
This Sunday. Yeah, today after service. All right. Yes, thank you, Caroline. Wonderful example. Take a picture of next actions. Well, that is all for my message today. Thank you very much, and please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, we know that your heart is anxious, Heavenly Parent. Your heart is been waiting, Heavenly Parent, and really wants to be closer to all of us, Heavenly Parent. And you've blessed us, and we just have our responsibility left, Heavenly Parent. And we know that through our responsibility, through us taking the actions, us following our intuition and our conscience, that you will guide us, and we will come closer to you, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Parent, this year we want to create a great, beloved, blessed family, one family, Heavenly Parent, under you, and be proud as Unificationist members, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Parent, we pray for the triangle, for the United States, so we can unite as this community here and make a great offering to our nation and finally to True Mother in the world, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Parent, we ask for your blessing and that you can join us today and the rest of our day and this week. And we offer this to you in the name of Joshua and Humana Angelucci and all of the Blessed Central families here today. Aju.